Hello everybody, it's Stephanie Grams, Sewpreneur. How are you doing today? And today is May 23rd, 2023, and I wanted to give you 10 reasons why you should start your own memory bear sewing business in 2023. Now, if you're aspiring or new, maybe even struggling in your memory bear and keepsake sewing business, go on over to sewpreneur.com, get on the newsletter, it's free, and I send out regular newsletters. Well, it'll be regular in June 2023. I took a little hiatus for a little bit, but shall we get started? All right, so 10 reasons why you should start your own memory bear business in 2023 is you enjoy sewing, right? You enjoy sewing with the idea of going from a hobbyist to a sewing entrepreneur, which is Sewpreneur, by the way. But maybe you need more reasons. I know when I started out sewing, it was mostly hand sewing, and then it went from hand sewing and like hand embroidery, and then I would hand embroider pillow, not just shams, but like the pillowcase, like an artistic type of pillow. And then from there, the sewing grew into learning how to use the sewing machine. And then from there, I would make custom curtains. And then from there, I made art dolls, and I sold those for years. And occasionally I go and redo that or add that back into my little, I don't know, artistic arsenal, I guess. I like crazy quilting, but it led to memory bears and keepsakes. And so I wanted to really focus my attention on that niche. So the first reason is it's a low cost, it's a low startup cost. I needed, for my memory bear specific business, I was pretty much starting over with sewing because I had either sold everything when I remarried and moved, or it was in storage in a different state from where I was. So I needed to kind of start over. And I just needed a basic sewing machine, which I ended up getting from my husband for my birthday one year. He went over to Walmart, picked up the cheapest one, which was fine. It works just fine. I still have it today, and I still use it. And a pair of good scissors. When I took my first memory bear order, and many of you have been with me for a long time, so you already know this story, and I won't go through the whole thing. But I didn't even know what a memory bear was. And so I didn't have a pattern. I didn't have anybody to ask. And the people online that I did ask either ignored me or gave me some like snarky remark like, use Google. And so I thought, okay, I'm not going to be that person. As I go through the trenches of starting this business and growing it, I'm here sharing it with you. So be sure to subscribe, okay? Like, subscribe, leave a good, nice, friendly comment below. All right, number one was low startup costs. Two, the emotional value. You can try to prepare yourself ahead of time with the knowledge of knowing that these clothes are loved and worn and used, and but until you really get that customer's clothing in your hands, in your possession, something happens. It's like I don't know, it just becomes like you're closer to that person, and you may never even meet them. You may not even know who they are. So be prepared for the emotional value, because really you're creating personalized keepsakes for your customer to cherish, and they probably will pass it on to generations. And that to me, that's rewarding. All right, number three is the creative outlet. Listen, every memory bear I've done, even when I had a customer order 15 bears, they were all different. Every single bear had its own personality. And so I love doing that. I can use the same pattern pieces over and over and over, but every single bear looks a little different. So I like that creative outlet. Number four, it's a niche market. There is a growing demand for memory bears. The market is not oversaturated. Even if you put in your zip code on Google and you have 2 or 3 people or 4 in your zip code, it's still not oversaturated. And that's something that we talk about in my classes. And by the way, the link to the classes are underneath this video. All right, number 5, flexibility. you can work from your own home. You don't need a lot of space. You don't need a designated building. If you want to grow outside of your home, we do cover that in my classes. And but it's not necessary. There's not a reason why you would have to grow outside of your home unless you chose to. All right, so it's and with the flexibility, think about it. If you work full-time, most of my students have a full-time job, and now they want to add their Memory Bear and Keepsake. They want to go from a hobbyist to a business owner, right? They want that additional income. And so that's one thing that we really focus on in the classes. We go from, all right, if you're working full-time, how can you go from that job full-time to the business full-time and kind of walk away from the job? And that's something that we do discuss in the classes. So flexibility is definitely key. Number 6 is upcycling. I love to recycle. I've always enjoyed recycling, whether it was recycling by picking through trash and upcycling it into a craft. I did that before YouTube was popular. I did that before YouTube was born. I am almost 50 years old, and so when picking was not popular, I did that. All right. We didn't have the internet to make it popular, but I guess that's something that I've always enjoyed, upcycling. I would take worn out clothes and try to upcycle those before it was popular, and maybe before some of you were even walking. I don't know how old all of you are watching, but come on over, it's a lot of fun. Okay, number 7, meaningful connections. Believe it or not, I am an introvert, and I do public speaking. I have to force myself out of my comfort zone to even make this video, let alone put the video online on YouTube where people can critique and make fun of me. That has happened, and I just say more power to them. If somebody wants to do that, okay, whatever, right? But really, to make a meaningful connection, when I'm here as an introvert recording and talking to you, I picture a friendly person that has the same artistic skills and passion for helping others and trying to pay their bills, right? And that's how I get through this. So I like to make meaningful connections, whether it's through my YouTube channel, through my newsletter, blogging, social media posts, or out in public. So when you start your Memory Bear business and the Keepsake business, you need to be open to hearing the stories that come along with the customer's order. Show the customer that you are a human and that you have a heart and that you care about them. That helps tremendously. Number 8, it's scalable. We go into big time depth, right? With scalability in this type of business. We talk that's about classes, so I won't even go there. But number 8 for today was to be scalable. You can choose to expand your business. You can bring on a team, hire staff, offer services, products. We go into big time depth. What a word, depth. We deep dive into that in the classes. Sorry, I have to move my notes over. My memory would never remember all of this, right? All right, number 9 is personal growth. Okay, so when you start and you run your own business, something happens to you on the inside. You will notice a growth happen internally, emotionally, mentally, and even in your skill set. And it's a good thing. Have you ever heard of growing pains? Not the TV show. I mean, obviously, maybe you have. But like physically, like as you grow up as a child, sometimes your bones hurt, your legs hurt, and sometimes they say growing pains is painful. Well, when you have a personal growth experience, it sheds a lot of light on where you truly are in life, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or financially. And so when you start your Memory Bear and Keepsake sewing business, you'll see that personal growth happen. Number 10 is profits. And one thing that has happened to some of my, I've got newsletter replies. You know how you can subscribe to my newsletter and hit reply so I can see your questions. Some people have said, I feel guilty for charging for this service. And I said, why are you feeling guilty? That to me is a false guilt. And I won't even talk about false guilt in this video, but it is a real thing. When you think of making a profit with your Memory Bears and sewing business, think of it this way. You are not a hobbyist, you are a business, and a business owner is either a for-profit or a non-profit, and you need to decide what you are. If you are a non-profit, okay, then that's a whole nother legal structure I do not discuss. Yes, I come from a non-profit background, but that's not how we focus this type of business. When you're a for-profit business owner, you answer to the government, right? You have taxes. You have to provide for your family. You have to take your time, talent, and skills. And I believe, as a born-again Christian, I believe that we all have been given talent and skills. We have to invest time into maybe finding what that is, but time is also money. And so there should not be any type of false guilt in making a profit from your business. All right, so the potential for profit doesn't stop at just the Memory Bear. It can start at, it expands with your services and products, right? So the potential for profit is there. You just have to decide what your time is worth, what your competition is charging, what your customer base is willing to pay, who are they, where do they work, what does their shopping habits look like. And again, we go in depth in this in the classes. So those are the top 10 reasons why you should consider starting or growing your Memory Bear and Keepsake sewing business in 2023. Just remember, every business takes time. Don't become discouraged. If you've done all the right things and you're like, your schedule is not full, there might be just one little thing that can be tweaked and changed to help you move past that blockage, right? And so be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and ring the bell for notifications. Every week I should be going live, or a recording here on YouTube. The newsletter at sewpreneur.com is going to be published again the 1st of June of 2023. But you can get on that now and get your free ebook of everything I wished I would have known when I started this company. I do share that in the free ebook, so definitely get on there. The books that I've published, I have published 2 books now. The quarterly, that word always trips me up. Let me try it again. Quarterly business planner for Memory Bear and Keepsake sewing business owners. I have made this myself. I've published it, and this is volume 2. Thank you to everyone who has purchased volume 1 and volume 2. I appreciate your support and your kind words. And this is the ultimate guide for Memory Bear and Keepsake sewing business owners, volume 2. This is the cover. And remember, you need to take your passion and dreams, because you've got this passion, you've got these dreams, you've got these goals. Now let's work together and put the action steps to make a business for you, especially this summer of June, starting June 2023. Newsletter kicks off. This YouTube channel should have a video 3 times a week, maybe more. The podcast is coming back in June. So if you want to be a guest, let me know in the comments below. And then, what else? hopefully you'll hang out with me even more. I don't want to waste your time. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.